We're here with Sam Lally from Buyers Advocate Australia. Thanks for coming in today. It's great. And what does actually a buyer's, and a lot of people don't really understand what a buyer's advocate does.
Yep.
Can you just kind of explain a little bit about this, you know, what you actually do?
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, look, we're the opposite of a selling agent. A vendor will engage a selling agent to sell the property and work in their best interests. Our clients engage us to work for their best interests in the purchase of the property, evening up the playing field. Why should the vendors always have the advantage when it comes to negotiation and the sale of a home, when there's people on your side to actually work for you? If you want a job done properly, engage a professional.
Yeah, okay, great. If I'm interested in using a buyer's advocate like yourself, how are you going to help me with property, and what kind of questions will you be able to answer for me?
Well, look, we given the industry experience we've got within the marketplace, most of the questions you have as a home buyer we can answer with minimal fuss. But it's more a case of where to look, what to look for that's going to match your budget. Finding the ideal property for your needs. There's different needs. You could have a home to live in, an investment property. You may be looking for something that's actually not there. Like if you told me you're looking for a 2-bedroom villa unit in Richmond, you just won't find it. They're not.
Yeah.
They're just not accessible in Richmond.
Yeah.
But by asking the right questions of you and your needs, we can get a realistic idea on what it is you're after. Limiting the time frame it takes to actually search for that home for you. For most buyers in the marketplace, it takes anywhere from 1 to 2 years to find the right place. We work on average of 45 days.
Oh, perfect. I think that's a really good point. Sometimes you have kind of unrealistic kind of ideas about what might be achieved in certain suburbs, and as you said, that some suburbs might have more units rather than houses, etc. And you would be very quickly able to say, okay, you're not going to kind of get what you want, kind of where you're looking.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's would save a lot of time as well, a lot of stress.
Definitely.
Okay, perfect. And that kind of leads into the next question. Is there a difference when somebody approaches you and says, I'm looking for a home, as opposed to an investment property? Is that, do you approach those two very
Absolutely, we do, because a home to live in is all about what you want. It's all about your needs. It's all about your ideal kitchen, your ideal living area, your ideal double carport, double garage, backyard for the kids, swing, slides, close to your friends, close to your family. An investment property is about what's going to make you money, so that you actually are going to make money and there's going to be future demand for you in the future. Okay,
well that makes sense. So in your process, do you actually go out and look for a property for me?
Absolutely, we take care of everything. You don't have to deal with real estate agents, you don't have to deal with open for inspections on a Saturday, have your weekends back. Most people, when they're looking for a home, will go out on a Thursday or a Saturday. We're in the marketplace 6-7 days a week, searching for a property. If we may be looking through a property for another client, and it might not match what they're looking for, but it might match your brief to us. So we will find you a property a lot quicker, because, like I said, we're in the marketplace 6-7 days a week searching. So we go out and find the property. We'll then assess its value to make sure that you don't pay too much, and that obviously it's backed up for the banks as well. And then we'll obviously try and negotiate the best possible price and terms on your behalf. Yeah,
I think you've picked up a nice point, is the negotiation part. Obviously for somebody like me, I'm a mortgage broker, and I know my profession well, but if I was actually to start negotiating with say an agent, I wouldn't really know where to start, what to say. I'm sure I'd be very emotional about it, certainly if it was my own home. And I think, as obviously a buyer's advocate, you're always, as you said, you're always in the market looking for things. You speak to these people on a daily basis. So I expect that has huge advantages.
Oh, definitely. Look, it's like anything. I mean, if I wanted to reassess the interest rate on my home, I'd call my mortgage broker, because they speak with banks on a daily basis. They've got the intel, they've got the knowledge of where things normally sit, and how the process works, and how to go about that process. And that's what we put in front of our clients, is a process. We can't promise, a figure $50,000 below, $100,000 below, but we put in front of them a process that we live by to make sure that purchasing the home is going to be the right price, the right home and at the right time.
Yeah, which you've kind of talked about a little bit about it is, you know, you obviously assess the value of a property.
Yep.
What kind of information do you use to do that? What do you kind of look at when you...
We basically look for all the background information we've got from the agent, from our chats with other prospective purchasers that open for inspections. We listen rather than, you know, give our 2 bobs worth when we're walking around homes for clients. We listen to what other people are saying. Then we look at obviously the comparable sales that have happened in the area, and they've got to be comparable. They're not necessarily just 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and 2 cars that makes a property comparable with another property that's recently sold. It's got to have the same orientation, same land usage. You know, is it looked upon? What's the natural light? Taking all that information into account, we can actually come up with what's actually comparable, then justify that to our clients in terms of where we believe, in our 20 years of experience in doing this, where we believe the property sits market value wise. And look, we don't get all the properties we go to at auction. I'm not going to say that we get 100% because we don't. I'm running at about 80%. Well, last year I was running about 80% of the properties we went for at auction we bought. But that's because we've got all the necessary information that we need, and we've gathered it, and we've put the value on it, and it's justified. It's not a case of, well, I think it's worth 5 to 550 because I believe it is. It's a case of telling the client why this property is going to go for more or less than the comparables in the area that were sold that are comparable, and then being happy with that.
Okay, perfect. And how do you kind of go about locating areas where you go, what kind of triggers that, aha, I've got an area or suburb that I want to watch or research?
Yep. Look, a lot of it has to do with how the suburbs surrounding that are performing. Yeah, you read the news, you read what's happening in the market. Don't get too, I suppose, drill down on what's actually happening in the news, because a lot of what's happening in the news is not correct. But you just basically look at our experience in the marketplace, how things are going, how many people are bidding at auction. Okay, well, what's happening in the next suburb back? Because Melbourne real estate works like a ripple effect from the inner to middle tier suburbs especially, where, you know, if people get outpriced of a certain market, they move back a suburb. So you look at what's happening in the next one. Is it close to transport? Is it close to shops? All the known infrastructure.
Good point. In your opinion, what are the kind of the biggest mistakes that you see being made with people looking at property? So if you could give us kind of the 3 biggest, I guess, red alerts.
I suppose it's people wanting, the number one thing is people wanting, they've got the champagne taste with the beer budget. They're wanting what they can't afford, and they're wanting it in an area that they can't afford to buy into, and they won't make compromises. There's 3 things in real estate that never stack up together, and that's price, property and position. 2 of them will, but you'll always have to compromise on one. So to find the perfect property for the perfect price, you may have to compromise on the location that it's in. To find the perfect location and the perfect property, you may have to pay more.
Yeah.
So the 3 things never stack up, and a lot of people don't understand that they will have to compromise on something.
Yeah.
So they go on and on and on, searching for that wondrous property they're after, and that's why it takes so long, because then they realise they'll never find it.
Okay. Are there particular suburbs or areas in Melbourne that you specialise in? So you kind of really focus down on those, and that's what you watch, that's what you study up on? Yeah,
look, we generally work within that sort of, you know, 2 to 25k radius of the CBD. My sort of, I specialise in the first home buyer market, so that 300,000 to $1 million mark. That's not to say I don't buy property over $1 million, because I do. But generally my marketplace is that 300 to $1 million. And we generally specialise from the northern side, so sort of your Glenroy area back into the CBD, so your Ascot Valley, Moonee Ponds, Essendon, all the way east, around as far out as sort of Ringwood, Wanturna area. And then as far southeast as Mentone. We don't really go to Dandenong or Noble Park or anything like that, but we go where our clients want us to go in the end. But generally we specialise in that 2 to 25k radius.
Yeah. Okay. And kind of last question, property is cyclic. Can you give us your opinion as to where you see Melbourne's property going this year in 2017?
I don't look. To be honest, I don't think there's going to be much change as it was last year. I think with population intake coming into Melbourne at the moment and the amount of homes being built, it's going to have an effect on it. Again, low interest rates are making people pay just that little bit more because they can afford to. I think that one thing that may turn it down is if we have an interest rate rise. So I just can't see it happening. So I think it's just going to continue the way it was last year and the year before.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I've been in real estate just shy of 20 years, and when I first started, we were just coming out of what we call a buyer's market into a seller's market, and we've been in a rising market ever since. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, Sam.
No, pleasure.
Great.